You are the result of a chain of events so unlikely that, if Earth's history were replayed from the beginning, there's a good chance humans would never appear again. Not because life is rare, not because intelligence is impossible, but because your existence depends on a series of accidents, disasters, and lucky breaks spanning billions of years. A slightly different asteroid, a different climate, a different mutation. And you wouldn't be here. Neither would anyone else. This is the story of why humans shouldn't exist. For nearly a billion years after Earth formed, our planet was a hostile wasteland. No forests, no animals, no oxygen-rich atmosphere. Just oceans, volcanoes, and microscopic chemistry. Then something extraordinary happened. Somewhere in the ancient oceans, molecules organized themselves into the first living cell. Scientists still don't know exactly how it happened. And that's the first problem. We don't know whether life emerges easily, or whether it was an event so improbable that it happened only once in Earth's entire history. If the chemistry had failed, even once, the story ends here. No plants, no dinosaurs, no humans. Just a lifeless rock orbiting the Sunday. For over 2 billion years, life remained microscopic. Then tiny organisms evolved a revolutionary ability, photosynthesis. Using sunlight, they released oxygen into the atmosphere. Today, oxygen keeps us alive. Back then, it nearly wiped life out. To most existing organisms, oxygen was poison. The event became known as the Great Oxygenation, one of the largest environmental disasters in Earth's history. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Yet from that catastrophe came something new. Complex cells. The kind of cells that make up every plant, animal, and human alive today. Without this global disaster, there would be no complex life. Here's something surprising. For most of Earth's existence, intelligence wasn't inevitable. Life spent billions of years doing almost nothing complicated. Single-celled organisms dominated the planet for far longer than dinosaurs, mammals, or humans ever have. If Earth's clock were compressed into a single day, modern humans wouldn't appear until the final second before midnight. Evolution had countless opportunities to create a civilization, and yet it only happened once. That suggests something important. Intelligence may not be evolution's destination. It may be an accident. 66 million years ago, dinosaurs ruled the planet. They had dominated Earth for over 160 million years. Many were intelligent by animal standards. Some had large brains. They were successful, stable, adapted. Then a space rock roughly 10 kilometers wide struck Earth. The collision triggered wildfires, tsunamis, acid rain, and years of darkness. About 75% of species disappeared, including nearly all dinosaurs. But small mammals survived, not because they were superior, not because evolution was working toward humans. They survived because they happened to be small enough to hide, adaptable enough to eat almost anything, and lucky enough to endure. Had the asteroid missed Earth, there is a good chance dinosaurs would still dominate the planet, and humans would never appear. Fast forward millions of years. Our ancestors were just one species among countless others. Then climate changes transformed parts of Africa. Forests shrank. Grasslands expanded. Some apes adapted by spending more time on the ground. Eventually, they began walking upright. At first, this probably seemed insignificant, but it changed everything. Freed hands could carry tools. Tools improved survival. Larger brains became advantageous. And larger brains opened the door to language, planning, and culture. But none of this was guaranteed. If environmental conditions had shifted slightly differently, our ancestors might have remained ordinary tree-dwelling apes. Humans developed abilities no species had possessed before. Language, cooperation at massive scales, technology, the control of fire, the ability to pass knowledge between generations. Instead of waiting for evolution to solve problems, humans started solving them themselves. We became less dependent on biological evolution and more dependent on ideas. This changed the rules of survival. And once it happened, the process accelerated. Stone tools became cities. Cities became civilizations. Civilizations became satellites, all in the blink of an evolutionary eye. The strangest part of this story might not be on Earth at all. Across the universe, there are billions of planets. Many are older than Earth. Some should have had far more time to develop intelligent life. Yet, so far, we see nothing. No civilizations. No signals. No evidence. This raises a disturbing possibility. Maybe one of the steps that led to humans is incredibly rare. Perhaps life rarely begins. Perhaps complex cells almost never evolve. Perhaps intelligence usually never appears. Or perhaps civilizations destroy themselves before spreading to the stars. Whatever the answer, it suggests that our existence may be far less inevitable than we like to believe. Every person alive today exists because an impossible sequence of events succeeded. Life emerged. Oxygen transformed the planet. Complex cells evolved. Mass extinctions reshaped ecosystems. An asteroid struck Earth at exactly the wrong time for dinosaurs. And exactly the right time for us. Take away any one of these events, and the world becomes unrecognizable. The universe doesn't seem designed to create humans. If anything, the opposite appears true. And yet, after billions of years of chance, catastrophe, and survival, here we are. Looking back at the chain of accidents that made it possible,